Okay, we are back, folks. We are back with some more Cheese League Baseball action. All right, so we just watched the Kasiri Kraken beat up on the Gray Air Gamblers. And it was a pretty hefty beat up, if I do recall. And now we're going to check out the number 13 seed, the Feta Fiddlers, versus the number 4 seed, the Manchego Mechanics. So we have Benny Bernard on the mound for the Fiddlers and Aileen Guerrero on for the Mechanics. So let's watch this game. Why don't we? And why don't we? All right. Look at some of these stats from these previous players and teams and stuff. Get that out, because that was kind of fun looking at that and seeing where these players ended up in their tourney last time around. As we get a look, Speed Demon, Feta Fiddlers versus the Extreme Contact Specialists in the Manchego Mechanics, and we're of course at the Motor Yard, I believe, right? Home Mechanics.
The second baseman, number 20.
All right. Alfredo West steps in. I think he shaved his mustache last time that we saw him. Here's Guerrero on the mound. Battle of the red and black, by the way. And it's fouled at home plate. Guerrero. Talk about her in a moment, as that's base hit for West to lead off the game. Here's Gertie Carter. Not getting any love from the visiting crowd. Guerrero's more of a velocity pitcher. Sports a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, cutter, slider, curveball. Runner goes and is safe. So Alfredo West with a stolen bag. And they're trying to pick off. Ooh, very close, actually. Very, very close. And down on strikes goes Gertie Carter. She was pretty darn good for the, 333 last tournament. Rose Bobbert now steps in. The right fielder. I don't know why picture was a catcher, but it's interesting. 394 for Rose Bobbert last time around. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs for her, 13 hits. And that is high, so Bobbert works the walk. Here's Layla Hogan, the power-hitting shortstop. Layla Hogan, color coordinating her hair with the jersey. She should be just bashing dingers. She's like a 95 or 99 power rate. And hits a little dinker into right field. Corker throws home, and the runner comes in, and right like that, the Feta Fiddlers, very quietly, I might add, the Feta Fiddlers take the 1-0 lead as Reese Rathskeller steps in, and that one's popped up foul. Does that stay in? I think it does. Maybe no. Not enough room. I think I'm looking at the wrong team. I am. I'm looking at the wrong team's notes. I wanted to say Guerrero, 0-2 in the last tournament in 2 starts. 7 earned runs she gave up last time around, so not the greatest hurler. All right, this should be 1 and 2, a double play. 5-4-3 inning ending double play, but the Feta Fiddlers get on the board first. And Madeline Rufo come up. 267 for her last tourney. I believe the Mechanics were knocked out in the first round. That's according to my notes. That's the way it looks, at least. Feta Fiddlers made it a little bit further. Made it to the second round. Over to Tapia. Familiar face, familiar name. And Austin Carson steps up now. Let's take a look at Benny Bernard on the mound. very good ERA, 1.15, 0.83 whip for him in the last tourney for the Fiddlers. And a couple of starts that he had. Full count here on Austin Carson. 1 out, bottom of the first. Foul ball. And again, that's base hit up the middle. So that brings up Rocco Corker, and boy, oh boy, dude. Rocco Corker, he's an A-rated right fielder. He should be a power bat, stereotypical big power bat right fielder, but I keep looking at the wrong camera. But he, I'm gonna continue to do that. But he struggled last tournament. 067 he hit, and down on strikes he goes, and his woes continue. I know that the Mechanics fans definitely want to see him turn it around. All right, Carson steps in now. Carlson, I'm sorry. Keaton Carlson. We've Austin Carson and Keaton Carlson. A lot to keep track of on this team. That's base hit up the middle. So it keeps this inning alive for the home team, Manchego Mechanics. Zariah Heaps, power elevated. Fastball hitter, ace exterminator. A-rated Zariah Heaps. All right, Bernard, four-seamer slider, curveball changeup for him. That one's fouled away. More of a accuracy pitcher. Grooves one in there, 1-2 now on Heaps. Home crowd did not like that. Ball inside, 2-2, 2-1, 2 outs. And down on strikes, the high called strike there.
If you see the team mascot around, give them a
I'll
wedgie
bring
for
6,
a
7, and
slice
8
of
up
sushi poutine. Now batting,
for
third
the
baseman,
Feta
number
Fiddlers.
18, Everly Harris.
Everly Harris steps in, third baseman. Let's see if Guerrero can settle down. Gave up a lot of hits, actually, that first inning. And settling in now, looks 96 on the gun, 1-2. That's a foul ball. High ball, 2-2. And down on strikes she goes.
Number 4, Stetson Davenport.
All right, Stetson Davenport steps in. I don't know what Stetson Davenport is going on and on about. What is he there? Ooh, that is a hit into the gap. Is that going to get down? No, Carson tracks it down for out number 2.
Number 3, Harlow Cray-Cray.
Here's Harlow Cray-Cray, center fielder. For the Feta Fiddlers, that's base hit up the middle. Cray-Cray, 269 for her, 7 hits.
Now batting, the first
He's
baseman,
pretty good.
Number 2, Messiah Tapia.
All right, Tapia, or Tapia as they like to pronounce it, the number 9 hitter, which is interesting. And fouls that one off. Tapia is the big power bat in this lineup, 382 last tournament. Again, smaller sample size, but you know, he had 2 home runs in his 13 hits. All right, he works a walk here. That brings the top of the order up, and Alfredo West started the game off with a single. And I'm looking at my notes on some of these teams because I did have some notes. Runner goes. It's a double steal out at third. So we tried to get something going, but they couldn't. That'll bring 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Mechanics in the bottom half of the second. Maddie Hinton. Maddie Hinton. A nod to Maddie Beniers, the Rookie of the Year, the Calder Cup and Seattle Kraken National Hockey League. That's where Maddie gets her first name from. So, I'm looking at the Fiddlers. And goes down on strikes, Benny Bernard. Really happy about that. The rotation is okay. Caden Crane out of the bullpen. Pretty good team overall for the Fiddlers. I think the Mechanics actually caught my favor because they're really good. And they have a really, really good rotation. I don't know why my phone thought I was just talking to it. That was weird. All right. Emerson O'Donnell steps in. First at bat for her. Second baseman for the Manchego Mechanics, and hits a hot shot right to her counterpart, Alfredo West, for the final out of the inning. And I really like the Fiddlers logo. I like the Fiddlers updated logo. I think it looks a lot cooler. And yeah, I'm really, really digging it. It's a ball high, 2-1. Guerrero. That's a foul ball. Already at the 42 pitch mark here in the third. Down on strikes there. I wonder how many strikeouts Guerrero had last time. Gertie Carter's still looking for love from the Awake, the visiting team, but there are some Mechanics Feta Fiddlers fans out there among the sea of red. And that is a powerful hit into the gap, one of the deepest parts of this ballpark, and an easy stand-up double for Gertie Carter. All right, that brings up Bobbert. She walked her first time up. Bobbert is a pretty good power hitter. 2 home runs last tournament, 13 hits, 33 at bats. 2-1, and pretty good speed on the base pass here too for the Fiddlers. Maybe they can tack on another run, but 1 out. Walked. So 2 walks already. That brings up the very, very dangerous Layla Hogan. Guerrero, 8 strikeouts in the, again, small sample size, but in her 2 starts for this team. And last tournament, double steal. Not a bad thought. Safe. Good idea. Takes away the double play, too. Now, base hit probably scores 2 runs. And Hogan hits that one right at Corker. Sorry, Rocco Cooker. His name is Rocco Cooker now. Reese Rathskeller steps in. Rocco Cooker. That's base hit up the middle. Another run comes in for the Feta Fiddlers. 3-0 they lead it.
Third baseman, number 18, Everly Harris.
There's Everly Harris. Rathskeller had... All right, Guerrero's actually... Okay, Guerrero is actually pulled already. So this is interesting. That one's fouled away. And out number 3. So, get another couple of runs here. That brings up Les Ibarra. Ibarra, 333 last tournament. They bring in Salazar. Salazar is a pretty solid arm out of the pen for the Mechanics. That's a base hit up the middle, so that starts things off here at the bottom of the third for the Mechanics. Trying to get something going. Trying to get something going here for them. Pretty good speed. I think bad jumps activated maybe on first base there. Yep, bad jumps, and no, doesn't matter. Just look at that. That is a walk. Austin Carson steps in now. He's 1 for 1 with a single. So 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the third, Carson at the dish. And Bernard getting into a little bit of trouble here. Surrounded is activated. Doesn't like when people are on base. Ooh, nice little change up there. And that one's hit hard, but right at Cray Cray. Runner's tagging, going to third and in there easily. It's a big ballpark. This is a very big ballpark. All right, Rocco Cooker. That's a weird voice. All right, bases, runners on the corners, rather. 1 out, Cooker up. Fouls that one back. 2-1. Pop fly again. We'll probably get a run in, and no, they're not going to test Bobbert's arm. Wow, she has a gun. All right, here's Keaton Carlson. 1 for 1. What did I say Carlson was? He was 429 last tournament. That DH spot. Fouled away. Big power bat. Just get into one. I'd love to see how far it goes. It's interesting. K Collector and Surrounded both activated, so it's like one cancels out the other maybe. Full count. Sends a runner from first at least. Down on strikes he goes. And he's pretty upset with himself. They strand some runners. Pair at least. Top of the fourth would go. As Davenport steps in. Ball inside. Over to O'Donnell at second base for the first out. Harlow Cray Cray steps in. Let's see, Salazar in the relief for Guerrero, obviously. It's a hot shot over to Rufo, out number 2, and Tapia steps in. He walked his first time up. Like I said, Salazar's a pretty solid arm out of this bullpen for the Mechanics. Might be seeing her a lot, depending how far they get. Actually, might just be seeing her a lot just in general. 1 and 2 on Tapia. And a liner to McMillan for the final out. 5, 6, and 7 do up for the home team. There's Uriah Heaps. A-rated Uriah Heaps. Also that fastball hitter. Looking for her. Benny Bernard's kind of a junk baller. And a base hit into center field. Actually, might be 2. She's digging for 2. Runner, or throw comes in all the way to second, and she's safe. So double to lead things off here for the Mechanics, trying to get something going. And Manny Hinton steps in. She's 0 for 1. Pretty good speed too on the base pass. That one's fouled away. A lot of soft contact today from the Mechanics on Benny Bernard. Down on strikes. He's got some type of nasty stuff going on. Here's McMillan. Freddie McMillan. Here he is. Ball in the dirt. Block behind the plate. And that is hit right at Cray Cray. Out number 2. Runner does not advance, obviously. Emerson O'Donnell steps in. 0 for 1. did not register a hit in 2 at-bats last time around. That's base hit right here. That counts. Carter throws home. And the runner scores. And the Manchego Mechanics are on the board. They still trail 3-1, but broke things potentially open. All right, Bernard. All right, Bernard is out. Billy Regulation's coming in. Okay, this is interesting. All right, all right, all right. So already getting into the bullpens here in the 4th. Regulation, I just had his stats in front of me. Very good out of the bullpen for them last time. 2.42 ERA. That one's hit down the line, but foul. The 1-2 pitch coming to Lesabara. Down on strikes, high and outside, called strike. Don't know if I agree with that call. That was a kind of a bad call, but the umpire at the baseball game I was at last night was kind of generous on the inside part of the plate, I would say. Oh, no, I'm sorry, outside part of the plate. Over to Heaps for out number 1. Just got hit with the sleepies. Gertie Carter up 1-for-2 double for her. And let's see what Salazar looks like. Stamina's pretty good. 20th pitch here. 100 on the gun. Walk prone is activated though. 3-1 count. And that's a base hit up the middle. So a 1-out base knock for the Fiddlers. That brings up Bobbert. There's 2 walks so far today. Yeah, I don't know why Rose Bobbert's thing has a catcher on it. It's so odd. Maybe she just wanted to dress up as a catcher that day. I don't know. For picture day. 2-1 as a check on the runner. To O'Donnell, to McMillan, and to Heaps for the 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Top of the order due up, though, for the Manchego Mechanics. Rufo steps in, 0-for-1 with a walk. Take a swig of my favorite local coffee shop coffee. That is a shot. Is that going to get over the wall? Yeah. That's a home run. That's a deep part of this ballpark, too. A 430-foot jack for Rufo. First homer, first RBI of the tournament, and that puts Mechanics within 1. What did she have last time? Weird. No home runs for Madeline Rufo last time. So that's a pleasant sight. Mechanics fans. That was a sweeper, I think. It's a very swooping slider there by Regulation. Carson, who off the fists, kind of. Pulled his hands in quite a bit. 3-2. Down on strikes. Oh, no! That was a ball. That was a ball. That was crazy. That was like a perfect pitch. That was a perfect low and inside pitch. All right, Cooker hits a base hit, so the inning continues. Hit break continues here for the Mechanics. I cannot believe that he did not strike out on that. All right, so here's Carlson. 1-for-2. He has power, as you can see. And there it is. High and far. That's going to stay in the park, but it's 1 hop to the ball. 1 run comes home. Here comes 2. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Keaton Carlson. That puts the Mechanics ahead 4-2, or 4-3 now. Brian Heap steps in now. 1 for 2 as well, and that's a base hit through the right side. Are they going to send the runner? No, they're not going to test the arm of Bobbert, I believe, out there. As Matty Hinton steps in over 2. All right, Matty Hinton. And this try to steal a bag, and they can't. So that's the first out. Trying to get a little greedy. It's fouled away. Ball way inside of him. 2-2. Regulation looking a little tense out there on the mound. 26 pitches for him. And that's a base hit down the right field line. Good piece of hitting. As that run comes in. And now they lead at 5-3. Boy, things really turned around this inning, didn't they? Here's Freddie McMillan looking for his first hit of the tournament. And there it is. A home run first hit, Freddie McMillan. 2-run shot. 385-foot shot. For McMillan, 7-3 now. Boy, the Mechanics are just breaking it wide open. McMillan hit 214 the last tournament, so this is again a pleasant sight as I punch my microphone. A pleasant sight, a pleasant thing, just pleasant for Mechanics fans as the train goes by, I believe. Off the fists. We'll squibber it over to Hogan. Out number 2. And here's Ibarra. 1 for 2 with a single. This is wild. This is wild because it's just so wild. I can't believe the Mechanics come back like this. It's crazy. Fiddlers seem to jump right on them. That's another home run. Just in front of the first row. Over the big wall. 397-foot shot. Ibarra's first home run, first RBI of the tournament. It is a hit parade now. A hit parade. As Madeline Rufo steps in. Home run and home run walk RBI, 1 for 2. Having a good day at the plate. As are now most Mechanics hitters. Regulation's looking rattled out there. It's starting to get a little wild. And he walks her. He might be done after that. I mean, he probably should be. Here's Austin Carson. He's gonna get pulled. I'm right. All right, Caden Crane. Caden Crane, I talked about him a little bit earlier. Crane is an excellent reliever. I think he's an A-rated reliever out of the Feta bullpen. I had the right paper in front of me. I'm just punching stuff now. And that'll do it. Out number 3, but the damage is done. A 7-run bottom of the 5th. For the Mechanics, they now lead at 8-3. It's like watching a Yankee game in 2023. Who did I say was out there for the Fiddlers? That's a base hit. Look at that call and response. Fiddlers are like, we can do this too. Here's Raskeller. All right. No threat to run there at first. Oh, I hate those. Popped up to the catcher. Is there. There's Everly Harris over 2. These are names, folks, that Everly Harris, these are names that I would expect to be getting hits. At least from limited knowledge of these teams and such. That is a high pop-up. Getting a corn out there, though. Is that Corker? I almost said Banjo Crane. That's just so wrong. So wrong.
The catcher, number 4, Stetson Davenport.
Yeah, Harris expected her to be a big pitcher.
Alexandra Decker.
All right, Decker comes in now, the lefty, out of the bullpen. A-rated lefty. 98 in the gun. There's a strike, 1-1. And that is the final out. Bottom of the 6th is over. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Mechanics. Sounds like a hit. Looks like a lot of hits, actually. As Corker steps in, or Cooker steps in. I'm going to keep saying Corker for a while because that's how I know him. Oh, man. That is a foul ball, but very high and very far. Crane's out there on the mound, working away for the Fiddlers. Ooh, down on strikes he goes. Keith Carlson now up. 2 for 3, double, single, 2 RBIs. Man, if he can get a home run and a triple, that would be sweet. We've not yet seen the cycle. Anyone hit for the cycle? In one of my first playthroughs, that one is jacked. He's got the home run, just needs the triple. So 408-foot shot. Carlson's first homer, 3rd RBI of the tournament, having a great game. 9-3 now. It is wide open. One of my first games playing in franchise mode. I think I watched like one of the other games or something. I was testing things out, threw it on here, I was watching it and stuff, and it was a no-hitter. It was crazy. It was the first time I'd ever seen that in Super Mega Baseball at all. Ever. Especially computer versus computer action. Down the strike she goes. Crane definitely wanted that. Wait, Caden Crane. Out number 3. There's a... I am checking something.
Now batting, the center field, number 3. Hello?
I am losing it because I definitely thought there was a second Crane in this game, and I thought it was Banjo Crane, but it's Banjo Farmer. All right, Decker back out. Back. Yeah, Doc. Becker's back out there on the mound, trying to close things out here, I think, for the Fiddlers. Or for the Mechanics, rather.
Now batting, the first baseman.
That brings up Tapia.
Tapia.
2-2, and that one's fouled away. Something in my eye. And again, 2-2. Just past the diving first baseman into the corner, and it's going to be easy 2-bagger for Tapia. So the Fiddler's not going down without a fight. Alfredo West steps in now. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Folks have had some days off here, and I'm getting very spoiled with my afternoon naps after waking up at like 5 something every day, so it's going to be tough to go back to work. Very tough. Ball in the dirt. Good block behind the plate. 3-1. Good hitters count. Alfredo West hits that one very high, but not far enough. Carson is there. Runner tags. There's no worries. Focus on Gertie Carter and focus on getting this out. So she's 2 for 3 with a single and a double.
Now Now batting,
And
Emery Lowe.
okay, Emery Lowe comes in as a pinch hitter and does a good job. Gets a base hit into the corner. Run scores. Cooker throws in. He's safe. It's a double. It's an RBI double for Lowe, and that brings up Bobbert, who's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And okay. Okay. So they take the closer out. Perez comes in, throws 1 pitch, gets the final out of the game. That's how it goes sometimes. Manchego Mechanics, they take the first game of this series over the Feta Fiddlers, the battle of the red teams, 4-9-0 to 9-13-0. And that big 7-run bottom of the 5th is pretty much what did it. On the Fiddler side, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Good games there for Carter and for Hogan as well. On the Mechanics side, rather, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, but they managed to pull out the win. Carlson, 3 for 4 day. Homer, he's going to be up there. McMillan, Ibarra, and Rufo also with homers. So Salazar picks up the win. Guerrero gets the no decision. Same thing, Benny Bernard, no decision, but regulation picks up the loss. And the top 3, no surprise here. Keaton Carlson, Madeline, Rufo, and Freddie McMillan. Let's go back to our elimination hub. So that is very good news for Manchego Mechanics fans. Again, they were knocked out in the first round last time, so these fans really want to see them advance and see them, keep going. Just keep going. Next game is going to be a good one, and but we are going to watch that next time, folks. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Watch some fake baseball action as the Mechanics take the first game of this 7-game set, if it goes to 7 games. But thanks so much for watching, and we will check you guys next time here on Cheese League Baseball, Geek Cheese on YouTube. Thanks again. We'll see you. Bye.